Hello, Geezebros, and welcome back to another FIFA 23 Drayton Town career mode. So we're in January now. I hope you've enjoyed the series so far. I just want to say thank you to everyone for all of the support throughout all of the videos, and hopefully continuing that during these episodes and during the season, and hopefully next season if we do get promoted. So we've had I guess a mixed season so far. We're in the playoffs, which is not too bad. I would have expected us to be towards the bottom end of the table, if that, but we've had some poor results away, but at the same time we've had some very good results at home, which have probably just kept us above bar in that sense. Our first game of the episode is a knockout round away at Plymouth Argyle in the EFL Trophy. A very tough place to go. Plymouth top of the League One in real life, so you know, with a second string team it is going to be difficult, but hopefully we can get the result that we are looking for and progressing in this competition. Jax is obviously the top goal scorer, loads of goals in this competition, leading the way for the golden boot in this competition, so really looking forward to see how he does today in round 3. I think there's probably another 3 more rounds till we do get to the final, but that is a long way off. Plymouth get off to a really good start. Kean Paul here, Ian Paul just pulled around. Whitaker slides in and finishes very brilliantly. Alfie furious with his backline. Kean with the first mistake, then Ian with the second, and not looking very good. But then Plymouth make a mistake of their own. Alfie does really well to intercept, sends through B, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and it's a very good finish into the far corner, and it is 1-1 after 20 minutes. A very frantic opening start in this game, but just kind of the start that we really needed in that sense. And then it comes into here, we get a little bit of fortune, but Jax unleashes an absolutely fantastic strike in and off the bar. What a finish that was. Absolutely fantastic. And yes, we are now leading away at Plymouth, but not for all too long, just moments before the end of the first half. It's really good player. Danny Mayer, very good player for Plymouth. And Mimba wins a penalty. It's a tough one. Your arm is there, so it will result in a penalty. Alfie does go the right way, but the power probably beats him, and Sam Cosgrove makes it 2-2 in a very frantic first half. But B plays a very good ball into Ocean. Surprisingly, he does well for strength, beats his man, but forces a very good save from the Plymouth Argyle keeper. Expected Ocean to score that, in all fairness, but nonetheless it was a very good save. And as the ball is brought in, it's into Dave. It's a very good save. It's a massive scramble, but Dave can't manage to tuck it in really on the rebound, and it remains 2-2. And then probably a moment of luck or genius from Ocean, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Probably tried to curl it a bit too far out, but the Plymouth goalkeeper makes a mistake this time, and Ocean gives us the lead for the second time in this game. And it is 3-2 to Drayton as we push on towards the final 10 minutes, where Plymouth did really well. It was a good back heel, ran out in and smashes it in for 3-3. What a finish that was. What a move. But then controversy did happen. Neil goes up for a header. I don't know if it was handball. I don't know if it was a push, but the referee deemed it to be a penalty. With 3 minutes to go, I wasn't on the field. B was the only player on the field for a resulting penalty, and he stepped forward and slots it to the keeper's right. But the keeper made it all too easy. The keeper dived instantly. He just went to the floor so quickly. And yeah, it's a very good finish from B from the spot to make it 4-3 in an absolutely end-to-end game. Fully frantic going forward from both sets of players in this brilliant game, and it almost was 4-4. Grant here on the ball flicks it through to Hardy. Ryan Hardy would expect him to score. Fantastic player for Plymouth, but yeah, Alfie produces a fine save to win us the game. And then very deep into stoppage time, Tommy goes up for a header, but it falls to Ocean, who slants a header in the back post to make it 5-3 and send us through 2.5 minutes over stoppage time. But so many times that we've conceded late on, I don't really mind us doing that to the opposition as well. So We move on to round 4 in that competition. We turn our attention to the FA Cup. Rested a couple of players because there are a lot of fitness worries going into the next game, and we're playing a fully strength Fulham side at home in the FA Cup third round. A very good tie, Premier League side coming down to us. But regardless of it, a Premier League side is just going to absolutely take their chances. Alfie hesitated, I think, coming off his line. He needed to come off or didn't. I just don't understand what he did. But Fulham make it 1-0. And then here, really good play, really good strength into Kanebo, who was a threat all afternoon, and it is in for 2-0. But number 7 for Fulham on the wide left, it was absolutely tormenting us from right to left. Nearly was 3-0, hit the bar, but Kanebo here, as I was talking about, sets up another player. I think it was going to be a penalty, but the Fulham striker slants it into the top corner and make it 3-0 on the stroke of half time. We did have chances in the second half. We limited very to few shots in the second half, but an absolutely brilliant counter-attack. Dan James is just absolutely busting past Dan, and it's slotted in for Linger for his hat-trick and Fulham's 4th, and a resounding defeat in the FA Cup. But it was a Premier League side, so I won't take it too much in terms of losing. But we move on and concentrate on the league, as they say. Swindon nearly take the lead with an early corner, but it was a very good save. In the sense of that, but Jeff got here, forcing Ian into another save to make it still 0-0. Sorry, and then here a massive error from Chris. It was such a bad error. Defensively, it's just what we seem to be doing very well at is conceding a lot of chances, not winning the first ball here. I don't know how that creeped in with a player on the line and Ian in goal. A lot of changes were made, but it weren't good enough, and it is a defeat away from home again. Just really frustrating in terms of not getting the results away from home. There's just something that we need to change, and I'm not too sure what, but hopefully we can find that solution going forward. We turn our attention to Notts County now at home. Nothing really happened in the first half. It was an absolutely poor first half, but deep into the second half, or early into the second half, should I say, a clear foul on the edge of the area. Joe steps in and slots it away. Keeper dive very late. Don't know even know why he attempted it. He was going one way, but the ball was already past him when he dived. But it is 1-0 to Drayton in the second half. And yeah, just not really creating much in the first half. We're keeping games where it's 0-0 a lot in these games. But here, a long hopeful ball from Joe. Mikey goes up for a 50-50. I don't know if it was a foul. The goal stood. Mikey poked it in. Newport were absolutely furious. Like 3 or 4 players actually ran to the ref, which I kind of like in this. They're going to the ref and arguing, saying, look, come on, that was a foul. But at the time I thought it was, but if the referee's not going to blow his whistle, Mikey just does the business and taps it into the empty net to make it 2-0. And we also keep a clean sheet as well, much to the relief of Mick, after a couple of defeats, albeit in the cup and the league. But it's a good way to bounce back. And I think we seem to do that. We lose an away game and we come at home and we just torment teams, dominate, win games, keep clean sheets, batter them off the park, and just really get a lot of frustration going into certain teams going forward. As you can see, a slight change of formation for this away game, so hopefully that will work in the sense of trying new things. And it is Doncaster away, and they are a very decent team, Doncaster Rovers. Got a very couple of Pompey players in there as well of good skill. But Mikey actually gives us a lead. B with a great assist. Mikey, fine finish into the top corner. Nothing the keeper could do about it. So it is a 1-0 lead to us in the first half. So finally, again, seems to be scoring in the first half, which is pretty decent. And I'll take stuff like that. But on the stroke of half time, really good strength, really good play. Slots it in, makes it 1-1. Again, it's this conceding before half time or conceding on, very late when we don't really need to. Poor from Danny, gives it away in the second half here. Barlow picks it up. It's a great threaded ball. And Dan, another defensive mistake. If it's not Chris, then Dan. If it's not Dan, it's Ian. Like, our centre-backs are just making too many mistakes. Seems to be taking a lot of touches, I think, on the ball. Not clearing their lines, not getting rid of the ball, what they need to be doing. But it's something that we do need to work towards, because that was a very awful defensive error, and what that did is made us lose the game away from home again. So we're just losing away games. I think you could pick your odds on us losing away games. It's just not very good from us, really, in the sense of we're not winning games in that sense. So very frustrating. Mansfield at home, we do take the lead after 8 minutes. It was a very, very poor goalkeeping, I guess, from the Mansfield. I forgot the team there. From the Mansfield player. Very poor from the goalkeeper, so we look to exploit that. But Neil takes the goal and makes it 1-0. Mansfield come forward. I thought he was going to shoot, but he didn't. He slots it in the middle, and it's a very good save from Sov. Tips it round the post to keep it 1-0 to us. And then late into the first half, again, Mansfield bring it forward. Mansfield's wingers were actually really good. Lucas Akins, of course, who did the damage when we played him away, causing all sorts of problems again. Here wins a penalty for his team in the sense of handball, and just really frustrating for us. But Sov makes a save because it was a very poor penalty. We tried to launch a counter-attack, which we almost get away with, but Neil was to be judged offside. And then literally on the stroke of half-time, again, Mansfield make it 1-1 and equalise. So really frustrating in that sense, just for the fact that, again, we're just switching off, and I don't understand why we're switching off, but it's just becoming a thing, really, that we do switch off when it becomes half time. In terms of us taking the lead, though, we did have a penalty here, which Joe steps forward and slots very calmly in the bottom corner. Keeper almost got there, but I was more confident that the ball was behind him before he dived. So we retake the lead. And hopefully we can keep this lead, because we know what we're good at. We're good at conceding goals. I thought this is really interesting. So the flag went up, and I thought he was offside, but the play continued. Bowie did well and finished it well. Slight poor goalkeeping from Sov, I'm not going to lie, but I generally thought he was offside, and I stopped play for a split second, which allowed him to get in. But either way, Mansfield made it 2-2, but not for long, because Dan Everett, with a great little dink ball over the top, broke the line from B, and B was able to make it 3-2 in probably, again, just a really good game. Just end-to-end games these are. But we seem to be winning these home games. Then we do away, which is a worry, because if we can't do it away, then we're not going to really do well in the league. But Jack's here, really good ball into Danny. It's the deadliest touch into Mikey. Takes the touch, thinks about it, and just places it in the far corner to make it 4-2. And seal the game and the 3 points. But more impressed with the attacking play there. But like I said, it's just the home games. We're just really good at home, but very poor away. And if that means that we'll keep that keep that going forward, then it'll have to be that. But yeah, very frustrating. Out of the 9 games, I reckon we've lost 6 or 7 away. And I think we've only lost maybe 2 or 3 at home. So very concerning. That being said, we are in the automatic promotion slots by goal difference. So again, our home goals most likely are keeping us there. But we're only in January. It's going to be a very long end to the season. I only played 29 games. There is 46 to play. So yeah, I'm not counting anything yet. In terms of stats, pretty decent. Mikey 22. I'm on 18, 2 away from 20. Neil's on 15. B's now on double figures as well, also with the highest assist on 15 as well, so he's doing very well. Jack's up there on 7 out of nowhere. Ocean also up there. Tommy there as well. Paul and Danny on a couple, and a couple of other players on 1. In terms of goalkeeping, as you can see, Ian and Alfie both got 1 clean sheet. Sov has 2. So very happy for him in terms of that. As you can see, the assists. 15, 9, nearly double figures, but very good that everyone is contributing towards the goals, and also making a lot of goals as well. So guys, that is the end of the video. Again, just thank you for all the support. I'll try and get these videos out. Lucky enough, I have played February, but I need to edit and get through. I am currently moving house at the moment, so it'll be limited time for me to do so. But thanks for watching this one, guys. I really appreciate it, and I shall see you all for the next episode of February. Take care.